Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm talking to myself. Okay.
Backpack, 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 yeah!
Hello and welcome to Sierra Make. I'm Sierra and today we're going to do something that I'm super excited for. We're going to try and make a backpack out of a chair. Let's go! Before I talk about the pattern, the sewing, or how I came up with this idea, we have to start with the materials first. To make this backpack, you'll need a camping chair, preferably a broken one with intact fabric. You will need a zipper, strap adjusters, and black straps. First thing you want to do is take the fabric off of the chair and start seam ripping it. Go ahead and take all of the trim off the edges and separate any of the double layers of fabric. Since it's fairly new, sturdy, canvasy-like fabric, I thought that a backpack would be the perfect thing to make out of it. So I searched online for a backpack pattern and I found the Mini Backpack project. This pattern provided a good base for me to start with and make changes to along the way. So in the description down below, right by the like and subscribe button, will be a link to the original pattern, as well as a PDF with my changes and instructions. So go ahead and print out the pattern, cut it out, place it on your raw fabric, and cut it out of your fabric. Now while you do all that, I will tell you about how I came up with this idea. Every year I go camping with a giant group of people and we always end up breaking something. Someone breaks a tent, multiple people break their chairs because they leaned in them or whatever. So I decided to rescue some of the fabric. I figured I could make something out of it. So that's where I got this chair fabric. Once you have the pieces cut out, you're going to start with the body of the backpack, which is the zipper and the belly of it. So the original pattern called for a 35 centimeter zipper, but all I had was these black 24 centimeter zippers, so I figured it would work. By the way, I've never sewn a zipper before, so bear with me. When sewing the zipper, you want to place the wrong side of your zip band fabric up, covering the zipper, so when you fold it over, the zipper on the right side of the fabric shows. If you didn't know, sewing machines have a special foot called a zipper foot. If you do want to put the zipper foot on, it will make sewing this part of the project much easier, but it's not necessary. Go ahead and sew both zip bands to either side of your zipper. My next problem was that the zipper was too short, obviously. So because it was too short, I had a gap on either side of my zip band fabric. So to make the most of this mistake, I took some black canvas and put it where the gaps would have been. I could have just used the chair fabric to cover up that bit, but I figured it would have looked like a mistake anyways, so let's use black canvas and then it looks like a design choice, right? Right? Anyways, now I'm just checking to make sure the zipper works. I probably should have added some tabs on the sides to pull the zipper, but it's okay because I added them at the very end. Never too late. To complete the body of this backpack, you want to sew the belly band to the zipper bands and top stitch around the whole zipper to really set it in place nice and flat. Of course, I had to utilize all of the chair, so I took the cup holder from the armrest and cut it in half and used it to sew on some side pockets. I tossed some trim on the top of the cups. I measured 4 inches down from the belly band and sewed the bottom half of the cup to the belly band. And there's our first part done. I was so happy that the zipper turned out, especially since it was my first time sewing one. And now it's on to the front of the backpack. The original pattern had a zipper pocket on the front, but I like having easy access on the front of my backpacks, so I figured a flap pouch would be better. So I made this pocket design. Also, of course, on all of the raw edges of this backpack, I placed the trim from the chair because reuse and upcycle. Now all you have to do is sew those 2 right angles on the corner of the pocket together and sew it to the front base of your backpack. Now finally onto the back side of your backpack. Straps first. Originally I was going to make the straps as big as the chair arms, but then I realized that wouldn't look so good. It looked kind of funky. So I kept shrinking the size of the straps until I had about 2.5 inches, and then I folded that bit over. Then I took the padding that I'd found in the chair arm bit, cut it down to size, and put it inside the strap. Next, I took the 2 adjusters and 2 5-inch pieces of black strap. Make sure you burn the edges so that it doesn't fray, and sewed the adjusters to them. Now all that was left was to attach that to the fabric and add the trim. Around this time, I realized I had a lot of extra fabric, so I decided to make a quick, simple pocket on the inside of my backpack. Of course, I lined it with trim and placed it on the dull side of the back piece. The back piece also needed the second part of the straps that would connect to it at the bottom. Make sure you sew a little X on this part so that the tension gets distributed. I also wanted a little handle for the backpack, so I cut out another 5-inch piece and then attached the straps and the handle to the back piece. So we have the body of the backpack, the front of the backpack, and the back of the backpack. Finally, it's time to sew it all together. Because the fabric was so stiff, it was hard to sew the curved corners. I also had to pay special attention to the pocket nets on the side of the backpack so that they were placed evenly and that I would actually sew over them and not have a little gap there. On the back of the backpack, I also clipped up the straps so that I wouldn't accidentally sew over them. And I left the top zipper slightly open so that I could flip it inside out. And there it is, a backpack out of a chair. I'm pretty happy with how this came out. It's pretty thick, but it's kind of nice because that holds more. And of course, if I make a backpack in the future, there will be some things I would change. But for a first attempt, I think it came out pretty great.
Please click the like button if you liked the video, comment if you want to see more videos like this, and hit subscribe because I make new videos every Friday. Thank you for watching.
Let's try that one again. Ha ha. Oh, look at that. Okay. Wow. What's it called? Ugh. Comfy. Boop, boop, boop. Itchy. Boop. Do 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 do. Nah. Okay.